occasionally I will talk about what I refer to as a normal movie for normal people, and this would be one of those. Out now on in theaters and via HBO Max. This is one of those deals like Wonder Woman 84. Warner Brothers, because of the pandemic and theaters not being open, is doing this unprecedented thing where they're releasing what would have been their entire slate of theatrical only releases. Simultaneously, HBO Max gets them for the first 30 days, and then it goes just exclusively to theaters. I should say they get released at the same time in theaters and on HBO Max, and after that first month, you have to go back to the movies to see it. I personally recommend everything being seen in a theater. I don't like the only option I have to watch movies is being on TV, but the way it is with where I live now, I'm taking advantage of this HBO Max thing. As soon as I can get back into theaters, that's how I'm going to see everything. So we have a new release from Warner Brothers. This is in theaters until they stop playing it, and on HBO Max until the end of February 2021. This is The Little Things. This is a serial killer manhunt drama starring Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek, and the guy who played Aaron on 24, who's always good to see again. Storyline is Denzel Washington is a sheriff's deputy who is sent to LA to pick up some evidence. He used to be a cop there. He sees that they're involved in multiple homicides that look very much like a homicide he was involved with when he was on that very same police force. Something went wrong and he was demoted and sent off Upper California, away from here, and he decides to hang around a little bit and help the cops, played by Rami Malek, try to solve this case because he has his own particular set of skills. Jared Leto is the main suspect in the film, and you sort of take it from there. This is a gritty serial killer drama. This is you don't see any explicit murders, but you see very explicit aftermaths of murders, let's say. You see the bodies, you see the remnants, you see the crime scene. So it's pretty grim and chilling. Very realistic for the most part. There's nobody jumping onto a moving train with a dirt bike. Although very effective in Police Story 3. It's a police procedural. It's a cat and mouse. You see these two cops, they're trying to figure out who did this. They have a really strong suspicion of who did this, and can they trap him? Can they get him to confess? Can they find the evidence they need before he kills again? Is he really the killer? Will they overstep their bounds and do something that causes the case to be thrown out due to inappropriate police activity? Washington clearly is a man who is troubled and has had missteps in the past, and will he do it again? And will he jeopardize everything? Will he lose his cool? This is a really good movie. I say this is a really good movie because most of what I've been watching hasn't been really good. So your mileage may vary. To me, this is the kind of film I would have gone to see in the theater, and I would have thought it was a decent matinee, and I probably would have forgotten about over time. But that isn't meant to be a slight toward the film so much as it's not, a shining star in the Denzel Washington filmography. He's excellent in this. Everybody in this is really strong, and it's a very tense movie, and you keep wondering when somebody's going to make a misstep that causes them to never be seen again. So it's well done. It's just not a classic. This is the kind of thing, if you want to take your mind off the state of the world, go watch a movie about a guy who kills people. It's an option. So it looks phenomenal. It's not like, this isn't Umbrellas of Cherbourg beautiful, but this is it's a well shot, it's a studio film, it's a good movie. And if you like Denzel Washington, it's very much worth watching. If you like Jared Leto being creepy, which seems to be his stock in trade these days, he's effective at that. And it's just a well-made police thriller. So I would recommend it. I would say if you can get out to a theater, it's worth seeing on the big screen. Everything's better on the big screen, and it'll draw you in better. And if you have HBO Max, you have until the end of February 2021 to watch this free with your paid subscription. Out now in theaters and HBO Max is The Little Things.